Hello, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. Today, I'm going to explain how the United States rose to become a world power in the early 20th century. One major idea that guided U.S. foreign policy was the open door policy. This policy aimed to keep trade with China open to all countries. The goal was to protect America's business interests and prevent other nations from taking full control of China. It showed that the U.S. wanted economic influence around the world. Another key event was the Spanish-American War in 1898. After the U.S. defended Spain, it gained control over territories like Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines. This marked a turning point because America expanded overseas and became imperial power in the South Pacific. The U.S. also played a role in Panama Revolution. President Theodore Roosevelt supported Panama's independence from Colombia so the U.S. could build the Panama Canal. The canal connected the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans, making trade and military movement faster. This increased America's global power and influence. President Roosevelt was known for the big stick diplomacy, which meant negotiating peacefully but showing military strength when necessary. His foreign policy showed that the U.S. was willing to use force to protect its interests. President William Howard Taft introduced dollar diplomacy, which focused on using economic power instead of military force to influence other countries, especially in Latin America and Asia. And President Woodrow Wilson promoted moral diplomacy, which aimed to separate democracy and support nations with governments similar to the U.S. The biggest shift came with World War I. At first, the U.S. stayed neutral, but in 1917, it joined the war. American troops and supplies helped the Allies win. Politically, the war increased government power. Economically, interests grew to support the war effort. Socially, there were changes like more women and African Americans working in factories, and increased patriotism, but also tensions like the Red Scare. In conclusion, through expansion, foreign policies like the open door policy, building the Panama Canal, and involvement in World War I, the United States transformed from a growing nation into a powerful force in the world stage. These events laid a foundation for Americans' global leadership in the 20th century.